Hello, welcome to class. Today's class, we're gonna open our hips, which means it might get emotional. We store a lot of emotions and feelings in our hips, and that means that for some of us, some things might bubble up during this flow. If they do, just allow them to be. Feel what arises in its totality. Give it space, breathe in and out. By allowing the feelings and giving them space, giving yourself time to feel them, we can heal and we can release past traumas, pains, anything that we may be holding on to that is causing constriction. We are going to release that today. So with that in mind, let's begin. We're going to start in a cross-legged seat. I right now am sitting in half Padmasana. If that's not accessible for you, you can just take a regular cross-legged seat. But if it is accessible for you, stack a leg and we will start to fold forward. Whether your leg is stacked or you're in cross-legged seat, doesn't matter. Just going to elongate through the spine, through the back, open through the hips, and fold forward here to whatever is accessible to you.
Start to deepen the breath. Inhales and exhales through the nose. Let's walk the hands up all the way to the top. When we arrive in our seat, we're going to take the leg and switch them. So if one leg was in front, we'll just switch the other leg in front. If one leg was stacked on top, we'll just stack the other leg on top. And when we arrive in our switch, place the hands back down, walk them forward, take the fold on the other side now. Tuck the chin to the chest, elongate through the spine. Breathe in the hip. Alright, good. Start to release. Walk the hands all the way up. Back to our seat. I am going to rotate, but you are probably going to stay where you are. I'm going to rotate to face the top of my mat. And when I arrive here, I'm now going to come with all of you and we're going to roll over the legs. As we do, we're going to uncross them and we're going to come into a tabletop to start a wrist warm-up. Let's take circles over the wrist. Take an inhale forward, circle over the wrist, and with the exhale, we'll come back. Inhale forward. Doesn't matter which direction, we're going to do both. And exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Circling big circles around the wrist, feeling into the wrist. Do a couple more circles and we'll switch. Good. Maybe one more. Circle. Back. And when we all meet in 6, we'll start to circle the other direction. Inhale forward, exhale back. All right, let's come to a tabletop, neutral tabletop. We're going to now rotate the hands so that the fingers are pointing towards the knees. This, in a lot of bodies, can be more than enough to feel quite an intense sensation in the wrists. If that's where you're at, stay right here. But if you need a little bit more edge to this posture, to this position, we can start to shift the glutes back towards the heels. As you can see in my body, my palms have lifted up slightly. That's okay.
but we want to make sure that the thumbs are remaining contact with the mat. So palms can lift, thumbs are staying on the mat. I've also got my feet tucked under in the back so that I'm actually getting a bit of a stretch in through the center of the sole on the feet. But I imagine for a lot of you, it's not possible to maybe get back this far just yet. So you don't need to worry about the feet. But if you are back here, you can put a little bit of weight, extra weight, just kind of stretch out through the toes as I'm doing. We can also bend a little bit into the elbows, and you're going to feel a sensation through the center of the palms in each hand. Bend right, left, just back and forth. Very good. Wrist warm-up is something I never skip. It's what brought me to yoga, and it's very, very important to me. So you see it in all my classes. Let's come back up now. We'll release out of this, bring the hands back to a tabletop position, walk the hands forward slightly, press up into our first downward facing dog of class. We can start with slight bend in the knees, and from here we can pedal out. So straighten to the right, straighten into the left, one and the other. Just pedaling back and forth. And when you're ready, we can come to a fairly stationary downward facing dog. And don't forget to breathe. Let's walk our feet up now. Come to the top of the mat, feet between the hands, and we will come up to a halfway lift together. Rise, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let everything go. Fold into our ragdoll, touch the chin to the chest. You can hold the forearms, just kind of sway. Give the back line some time to open up. Or you can let the arms hang heavy, whatever feels good in your body. Good. Let's take our next inhale together. Inhale. Come up halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold over the feet. So at this point, if you can get your hands down to your feet or maybe to the shins, back to the ankles, wherever you are. Just going to take this forward fold a little bit deeper. Now all together we'll release, and we're going to put a slight bend in the knees. Slowly, we're all rising. One vertebra at a time. That'll be the last to lift. Inhale, arms up overhead, all the way up, look up, interlace the fingers, all the fingers except for the index fingers, cross the thumbs together. We'll just pitch the body backwards now, taking a little bit of a back bend. Good, opening up. With your next inhale, come back to center, inhale up, and bring the arms down now. We'll take Anjali Mudra, heart center. Inhale, exhale, release the arms. Inhale, the arms all the way up. And this time, exhale, forward fold over the feet. Good. Put the hands down now, step back into our first plank. We'll lower down slowly, in control, chaturanga. Press up, upward facing dog. Press back, downward facing dog. Now from this downward facing dog, we're going to take two big steps, right then left, all the way up. Put the right foot on the outside of the right hand, left foot on the outside of the left hand. Sink back and down into a malasana. Good. This is our first real sort of intense hip posture. We're breathing here. If this isn't accessible for you and you're up on your toes like this, something I can suggest you do is you can roll your mat, or you can take a towel. You can pause the video, go grab a towel, or a small block, maybe like a book, some old books. You can put them underneath your heels. It makes this pose much more accessible. But if you're fine here, with your heels flat on the ground, and we're just staying here and breathing, giving the hips some time to open up. Couple more breaths. Good, we'll put the hands down now, in between, nice and close to the feet. And we're gonna step back with the right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Now we're in lizard lunge, our second hip opening posture. You can move around in this lunge, take little circles if you want. You can bounce the hips a little bit. Just feel into your hip. Start to open it up, start to melt it down. If you'd like to and it's accessible and you're ready, you can come onto the forearms. You notice there that my heel, my foot, has actually come onto its outer blade. That's totally okay. That can help us sort of pop the knee out to the side, allow us to get a little bit deeper into the hip. If you don't like that sensation and you want just the foot flat, that works too. So we're all just here in a lizard lunge on our forearms. Breathing. Very good. Now whether you're on the forearms or if you're still up on the hands, doesn't really matter. We're just going to take the left arm up in either of those. So if you're on the forearm, this is what it looks like. And if you're not on the forearm, you look like this. This is what it looks like. Easy twist. So we're going to pick one of those and hold that twist. Look up towards the ceiling if your neck allows. Keep breathing. Good, let's bring the arm, circle it forward, bring it down. We're gonna press up back into lizard lunge on our hands, drop the back knee down. Now we're gonna circle with the inhale, circle the left arm forward, around, grab the foot on the outer blade. If you can't reach the foot, this is another great opportunity to just pause the video and grab a belt. Maybe if you have a yoga strap, that'll work too. You can use a belt or a strap to bring this closer. Use the strength in the left arm. We're going to pull that foot just a little bit closer. I shouldn't say pull, maybe I'll use the word encourage. Just, we're not tugging or applying too much aggression. It's just a gentle encouragement, bringing that foot closer to our glutes. Also turning a little bit deeper into the twist, looking up towards the ceiling. Very good. Lots going on right now. Keep breathing. Now, slowly in control. I'm not just releasing the foot and it falling. I'm releasing it and it's being placed mindfully down, circling the left arm forward and around, coming into a lizard lunge once again. Press up in the back leg so the knee is now off the ground in a lizard lunge. Good. Take a second in this lizard lunge. One breath. Exhale. Now with the next inhale, we're going to start to straighten in the left leg. Slowly inhale, straighten. This is a extended pyramid. There's two options here. We can straighten and keep the foot flat. So this is option one here. This is what it looks like. If this is way too intense in the top of your ankle, then what you can do from here is you can straighten and flex into the ankle, pulling the toes towards the knee. Either of those, we're going to feel a sensation in the back of the calf, through the hamstring. Very good. Now just start to fold a little bit deeper into this posture. You can tuck the chin to the chest slowly if that feels good in your body. All right, good. And we're just going to release that back down now. Coming back to our lizard lunge. So we have a bend in the left knee. And we're going to take Vashisthasana on the right side. So the left leg, the bent leg, is going to come back and it's going to stack on top of the right foot. And then the left arm is going to go up. Vashisthasana. Very good. Now we're going to raise the left foot if you can, if you have the strength. Holding here in the side plank with this extended leg.
Now we'll lower the leg, place it on top of the right foot. We're gonna take the left arm down all the way as we circle over, coming into a forearm plank on the side. So a side forearm plank. Very good. You can look up now if you'd like. Look up towards the ceiling. Firing up a bit through the core, working in through the shoulders, the arms. And keep breathing. Bring the right arm down. We're going to come into a full forearm plank. Very good. Now we're going to lift the left leg, keep it straight. Now we'll press up into a three-legged plank position. Left leg is still raised. You can point the toes or flex in the ankle, it's up to you. Now I'm going to pull that left leg forward and place it back down into our lizard lunge. We made it back to this posture. Very good job. Just take a second if the heart rate's elevated. Slow down the breath. Good. We're going to take a couple more dynamic movements from this posture. I saw this in another YouTube yoga flow. I liked it very much, so I've been teaching it in my own classes. We're going to now move the right arm, maybe to the edge of the mat. The left arm is going to come forward, and we're going to step the right leg forward and through and point the toes. Let's take the step together, in control. Point the toes, hold, and step back. Very good. We're going to do that 2 more times. When you're ready, step through, hold, and step back. Very good. Last one, slow and control. Step through, hold, and step back. Excellent job, guys. Good work. Bring the left arm down. We'll step the left leg back, come into a plank pose. Take our vinyasa. Slowly lower with strength, chaturanga. Upward facing dog with an inhale. And press back, downward facing dog with the exhale. Very good. Now we're going to do that same flow, just on the other side. We're going to step forward into Malasana. Last time we stepped with the right foot. This time we'll start with the left. So take one big step forward, put the left foot on the outside of the left hand, and with the right foot outside of the right hand, drop the hips back and low, come into a Malasana. Very good. A couple breaths here. When I first started my yoga journey, I spent 2 years just learning how to sit cross-legged. My hips were very, very, very tight. My brother would come over to my house and he'd say, "What are you doing?" I'd be like, "I'm trying to learn how to sit cross-legged." And he'd laugh and he'd look at me and he'd go, "What, did you skip kindergarten?" But it's true, you know, later in life, our hips, they seize up. We sit in chairs, maybe office spaces for some of us. We don't spend a lot of time in positions like this. We maybe lose some of the flexibility here. So it's really good to come back to this area, send some love, send some breath, some movement into our hips, and restore the ability to move like we once did as children. Okay, that's enough talking. I imagine we're all burning up. Let's put the hands down, and now this time we're going to step back with the left leg. Step back, and we're in lizard lunge. As easy as that. Good job. Let's take a second. You can circle on the hips. You can bounce the hips. Just open up on this side. It's very normal if one side's a little bit tighter than the other. I know for me right now, this is the kind of the tougher side when working into these postures. So you can come down now if you have the space. If not, stay here in this lizard lunge. We'll just come to stillness. If you do have the space and you're coming with me, you can come down now onto your forearms. Now, whether you're going to stay here on the forearm or you've got your elbows off the mat and you're elevated, we're gonna take the twist. So here's from the forearm. This is what it looks like if you want to take this variation. And then here is from the hand, the easy twist, if you're in this variation. Either is fine, it's just up to you and your body. Looking up towards the ceiling. Very good. Bring the arm down, forearm back to the mat. Now, if you are on your forearms, we'll press up together, coming back to lizard. We're gonna lower the left knee, circle the right arm up and around, reach for the foot, bring the foot in, grab the outer blade of that foot. If you can't reach it, grab your belt, grab your strap, use the props. And then we'll slowly start to pull the foot in towards the glute. Good job, look up towards the ceiling if your neck allows. Very good, with control. Release that foot. Place it down mindfully, bring the arm around. Place it back beside the right foot. Press up in the knee, coming into lizard lunge. And now we're gonna straighten into the right leg. So when you're ready, on the inhale, you can start to straighten nice and slowly, taking an extended triangle. If you have blocks or books, you can use those in front of you to elevate the hands. I don't have any with me today, but I encourage you to use what you need if this isn't as accessible in your body. But if it is, we're just holding here and breathing together. Just release out of this nice and slow. Put that foot down, bring the hands forward. If you walk them towards you, we'll just reset up into a lizard lunge here with the right foot forward before stepping back now into our Vashisthasana. So we're gonna bring the right leg back, stack it on top of the left leg, bring the right arm up, side plank, Vashisthasana on the other side now. Good. And we'll lift that right leg. Hold there, nice and strong. Lower the right leg, roll forward, bringing the right arm down all the way to the mat. Side forearm plank on the right this time. We're stacking the feet and holding on the forearm. If you want, you can look up towards the ceiling, which is what I'll do here. And breathe. Good. Let's release the left arm down. Bring that onto the mat. Forearm plank. Very good job. Straighten the right leg. And now we'll press up. Three-legged plank. Now slowly bring the right leg forward. Place it back down beside the right hand. Lizard lunge again. Good. Working pretty deep right now into our hips. I'm definitely feeling it. Okay, let's scooch the left hand, maybe just like one palm width to the left, so we have a little bit of space here in the center of the mat. Right hand forward, step the left leg forward and through, point the toes, hold, and back. Two more like that. Mindfully through, hold, and back. Good, place it down. Last one.
Forward and through. Hold. And back. Very good job. Bring the right hand down. Return to our lizard lunge. All right, now mindfully, we're gonna pick up this right foot and place it at the back, come into our plank pose. Once again, now we're in plank. Holding here, supporting our own body weight. Very good. Now we're gonna start to cool down. Good work, everyone. Let's start to lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press up, upward facing dog. And we'll press back from there, downward facing dog. I said we're gonna cool down, and then we did that slow lower into chaturanga. But I mean it now. We're gonna start to cool down from here. Very good. Option to hop or step to the front of the mat, feet in between the hands. Rise up halfway, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Let's rise all the way up. Extended Tadasana, inhale. And exhale together, forward fold. All the way down. Good. Okay, now we're gonna widen the legs. Setting up for gorilla. Hand underneath the foot. Toes are into the wrist crease. We have a slight bend in the knees, and then when you're ready, when your hands are set up, we'll all straighten, coming into a gorilla pose. Very good. Use the strength in your arms to just slowly encourage a little bit more space in the back line, pulling ourselves deeper into this forward fold. Good. Now we'll release the hands, keep the feet where they are, drop the butt down, coming into a malasana once again. I graced you with a story last time we were in malasana. Maybe I'll share one more. I had a group of friends. We called ourselves Malasana Army. We had a group text going for a little while where we would send videos. They'd be like time lapses of us together doing daily like 20 or so minute Malasana holds. I think like the max we ever got up to was like 20 minutes maybe. Usually I think it was like 10 to 15 minutes. So the group of us were just very committed to opening our hips because like I said earlier in the class, it's just something that with at least the way I fell into sort of the Western lifestyle, we just don't have a lot of mobility in the hips, you know? Later in life, hip replacements seem to be pretty common. Not a lot of us really think to take care of this area, you know? We sit in chairs and it just becomes kind of constrictive over time, so yeah, I was very committed at one point to being able to get down into this squat and hold it. Really actually helped me on my own healing. I had several occasions inside of Malasana where visions would take place and I would see, into my subconscious really, I would see things that were kind of keeping me held in certain thought patterns that maybe weren't serving me anymore. And just through holding this pose, maybe having a certain music on in the background and just holding this pose, I could really get some access into deeper parts of myself, deeper reservoirs. So yeah, there you have it. We're gonna really cool down now. Let's start to take the hands behind the back. Slowly lower the butt down. Good. We'll bring the heels, the feet, the soles together. We'll take a Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. So we'll sit up onto the sit bones, bring the hands around the feet, sit up nice and tall, and exhale, forward fold into our butterfly position.
Couple deep breaths here. And that's going to wrap up our class. So from here now, we're going to take the hands behind us, keep the legs where they are, slowly lower back and down, coming into Supta Baddha Konasana, reclining butterfly. And we'll finish here in this posture. This will be our Savasana to conclude this hip opener today. If you want to pause the video and take an extended Savasana, you're welcome to do so. Otherwise, well, I'll just sink into a meditation together that I will cue the end of momentarily. You can use your hands. Just place them maybe on the outsides of the thighs, maybe on the knees. Start to very gently bring those legs together. I'm mostly using the strength of my arms, not a ton in the legs, to bring those knees up. Good. Once they touch, I'm going to lower the legs together to the right, bring the right arm up so that I can use the bicep as a pillow. I'm going to roll now into a fetal position on the right side. Placing the left palm down on the ground or the mat, pressing up with the left arm, followed by the right. We're going to find a cross-legged seat at the top of the mat. Very good. Excellent job. Together, let's place the hands on the mat on either side of us. Inhale, arms up. Palms touch. We'll exhale, Anjali Mudra, heart center. The light in me sees and honors the light in all of you. Thank you very much for practicing with me. Let's bring the hands to our third eye. Speak the word and bow. Namaste. Thank you for taking this class. I really hope you enjoyed. If you're new, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. Maybe press the like. You can even leave a comment down below letting me know if you did like the class or letting me know any requests for the future. I'd appreciate all of that. I am saving up funds right now to fund a yoga teacher training in India that I'm hoping to participate later this year. So if you want to leave $1 as a tip, I have a Patreon where you can sign up for $1 a month, and it'll go a long way to help me make that yoga teacher training possible later this year. So thanks for all of that, and I'll see you guys in the next class.